Now, films about African stories are increasing in popularity. One such film, sponsored by the Sundance Film Forward program, is based on a true story about a small Kenyan boy who was destined for a life of hardship and poverty until he benefits from a stranger's generosity. VOA's Carolyn has that story for us.
A Small Act is a documentary about a young Kenyan boy whose life changes dramatically when he receives a scholarship to go to school. Years later, after graduating from Harvard University, he embarks on an odyssey to track down and thank the anonymous donor.
I was a very needy child, and there happened to be a foundation that was helping bright children from poor families. I kept coming back to the village, and I wanted to do a sort of a replica of the Swedish Foundation. Only that I wanted this to be a Kenyan foundation helping Kenyan children.
The producer-director, Jennifer Arnold, says she found this story while she was a student.
And I did a year abroad at University of Nairobi many years ago, and I knew that Chris's cousin Jane had been sponsored. She was my friend way back then. I wanted to sponsor a Kenyan student on my own, and I called her to say, hey, who would be a good organization to donate the money to? And she said, my cousin and I are starting a fund, and as she was telling me about it, I knew it would just make an amazing movie.
The film cuts between two stories: his attempts to discover who financed his education and his efforts to start his own sponsorship fund for Kenyan youths. The film audiences surprised Arnold by writing unsolicited checks to the fund.
And saying, I want to do my own small act, I want to donate to your fund. And over the course of 10 days, which is the length of the Sundance Film Festival, $90,000 was donated to the fund that's featured in the film. And over the course of this year, as the film has come out, $750,000 has been donated to this fund. And the fund has gone from a tiny village-wide education fund to a fund that covers all of Kenya. So the audiences have been directly changing lives, and that wasn't the reason we set out to make this film, but we're so glad that that's what's happened.
Nobody was more surprised than Buru's benefactor in Sweden, Hildy Back, for whom the scholarship fund is named. She says she always wondered if her donation made a difference, but she feels compelled to help because she was helped herself when she first came to Sweden. The unexpected personal history makes their connection more stirring. Carolyn, VOA News.
Well, the film is on tour with the Film Forward Tour, part of the Sundance Institute. Screenings will be held at American embassies in Kenya, July 14th through the 21st, and in Uganda, September 1st to the 10th.